Good evening and welcome then to another edition of Friday Night Live. My name's Mickey Simpson. That is Jay Thomas that way, even. And this is Friday Night Live before Palace. And that's where Jay would say, who the fuck is Palace? No?
Who the fuck is Palace?
That's it. You see, we didn't line it up. You see?
That was off
There's
the
a
cuff.
bleep before you. No, that's it. That's it. So, yes, good evening, Jay. How are you? You okay? Been a while where me and you have done one of these. So,
yeah, mate. Yeah, pretty well, mate. It's looking forward to it tomorrow. So, cut away from the league. Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a good day out. I'm down there. I know you're down there as well. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, I think there's pretty much a full turnout. I think Frankie's there. I think Omar's there and Ben's there and I think there's a few of us, mate, all meeting up. Obviously, we are not going to tell you where we're meeting up live on here. But if you know me, then just drop us a DM and we'll let you know. Now that is really worrying. Okay, we've got a message from Luke. What says, "Evening, lads. Good evening, Luke." I put it up, right? That's Luke. I don't know where Luke is in the world, but the timestamp is 4:32 a.m. Everyone else is saying 7:53 where they've commented. His has gone 4:32 a.m. Either he didn't do it today or he's done it another day. But yeah, that's a mad one, that is, isn't it? So yeah, mate, I don't know where you are. So yeah, let us know. If you are watching, Luke, let us know. If not, if you're watching back, let us know in the comments and go. I am expecting probably that we will get some trolls. But yeah, we'll see. So good evening to Luke. Good evening. Oh, East Midlands just now. Why is it coming up? East Midlands just now. But your timestamp is coming up at 4:32 a.m. So I've got no idea why. But yeah. Good evening, Peter. Good evening, Carl. Nice of you to join us tonight. Good morning, Tony, our New Zealand listener. Dan Riggs, good evening. Chris Brown, good evening. Patrick Barrett, good evening. Connor, yeah, that video is funny, man. Proper funny, but it's weird because Josh James is vermin. He's West Ham. I've seen him live doing comedy live, and he was telling us that he was like, it's West Ham. And so yeah, he just does the football skits for TikTok and all that lot. So yeah. Dan Riggs says Mickey looks like he's been at cult. Yeah. Maybe I have, mate. Maybe I haven't. What's it to do? No, just back from work and hadn't really much time to get sorted. So yeah, I've just not got changed. So yeah, I do apologise. Fish Mittens TV, good morning, good evening. LeBron, Le Lion, Daily Millwall, Mark Folds, Daily Millwall. I will come on VPNs later.
Mark Folds. VPN about that.
Oh yeah, possibly. Yeah, USA. Yeah. Paintball Pete, New Zealand, 9:03 a.m. 1st of March. Happy 1st of March to you. Then, if you were over here, we could give you a pinch and a punch. So, Paintball Pete is another one in New Zealand. That makes you and Tony. Chris Brown and Christopher Ballard. Good evening.
Evening all.
Good evening. Right, without further ado, I reckon we start with this and we'll be straight back.
Language you don't usually hear on television. Millwall, in London's Dockland.
No one likes it, but we don't care. We're that Millwall podcast. Loud every Friday night right here. Legends like Jimmy Abdul, Teddy Shearer, and the Kitchen of Two. Super Neil Harris, a fucking legend too. Through the good times and the strife, we support the Lions all our life. This ain't no place for fancy feet. This is fucking Millwall through and through, located on our very own John Benniston way. Let them all come, let them have their say. Millwall till we die. With that Millwall podcast, loud.
Good evening then, and we face Palace tomorrow. I was saying to Jay off air, tomorrow's game with Palace will be the 100th time we've played them. Oh look, here come the Eagle fans. Listen, you're more than welcome to join us. But if you do behave like a dickhead, then we will block you and kick you out, or you will just get dog shit abuse. But if you're on here for interesting conversation and just, you know, getting involved in the banter and taking it as well as giving it, then you are more than welcome to stay. But if you want to be like, what was his name from the Arthur, who was a Leeds fan who started abusing people's mothers and everyone else, then we fucked him off. But listen, we're a grown-up show. You're more than welcome to get in and get your comments on, and I'm more than happy to put your comments up as well. So yeah, don't worry, we won't wreck your place. There's not much more to wreck, to be fair. So yeah, we're playing them for the 100th time tomorrow. Palace has won 30 games. You see, it's weird. It's 100th game, but I've only found the stats for 98. So we're going with what they said last night on Talk Sport, because they probably checked it. But yeah, as far as I'm led to believe, we are winning by a far. Stats I've seen was 38 games we've won. Palace has won 30 and we've drawn 30. And yeah, your thoughts for tomorrow, Jay. What's your feeling? Not getting to the game as such, but what's your thoughts about tomorrow? What does the FA Cup mean to you? Question what Omar asked Ben the other night. So yeah, I'll ask it to you.
Well, it's a competition that it's the oldest competition in the game. You know, everyone grew up watching the FA Cup. It has sadly took a bit of a back seat in recent years, but for clubs like us, as supporters of clubs like ours, a good FA Cup run, the chance to play big teams, and that it's massive for us. More from a revenue standpoint as well. And it's going to be a good day out tomorrow. You know, got 4,000 of us going down there. It's going to be an excellent game of football. You know, it's really good advertisement for the game, I think.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, I was looking through bits and pieces from research, and I saw that the last time we played them back in, 2013, Andy Ambler was in charge, and Andy Ambler tried to get our allocation increased, and due to a TUC march and the police not having enough officers, it didn't do. While we're on that, those of you watching this or listening to this as a podcast, potentially on the way to the ground or you clip, I'm doing it at the beginning for you so you're aware. Palace and the Metropolitan Police are shitting it a bit. Well, the Metropolitan Police, to be fair, because the guy in charge at Palace now is ex-Millwall, so he knows what we're like, and I don't think he's really got a problem. But the old Bill was shitting their bricks, and they basically made Palace put sniffer dogs on, extra security, and there will be a immense level of police. Please be wary that you will be kettled. Sorry, we're not allowed to use the word kettled. You will be escorted, but you will be kettled, and we will be kettled after the game outside the stadium. So yeah, just be aware that if you are going out drinking, probably don't drink in the hot spots, because that will probably get you kettled up. And a nice escort around Croydon probably before bringing them to where they need to get to. But yeah, other than that, just be aware that there will be sniffer dogs, there will be searches, and remember that the rules around narcotics at football are a lot lower than if you were caught in the street. And it is a criminal offence, and it will get you a football banning order. And they are looking to nick as many people as they can regarding drug use, because if they can get it in quick, that means that you will not be going to the United States to watch the World Cup if you wanted to go or you didn't want to go. So, yeah, that's fucking harsh. Rambo Ryan, that's fucking harsh. And he doesn't look anything like him, because Steve Dawson is bald, isn't he? That's fucking harsh, isn't it, Jay? Am I thinking about Steve Dawson, the same fellow who basically talks about powder and brasses? And it is him, isn't it?
I know you're on about that mental Mickey geezer.
No, Steve Dawson, isn't it?
No, I'll send you him after. I know Ryan, and it's it's a little bit of an ongoing joke.
Okay.
Ryan's a good-hearted Luton fan. He's a good bloke, but yeah, I didn't expect him to drop that and make me and put me off balance there. But yeah, fucking
There you go.
your thing.
No, let's see. I mean, yeah, LeBlanc says, yeah, it's been like that for a while. Yeah, listen, right, I'm not going to go too much into laws, but there is a new series of videos, what I'm doing. If you go onto our YouTube channel, you'll see the thumbnail is a big warning sign about getting nicked at football, your rights and regulations. If you get nicked for possession of a powder of some form, I'm not going to say it because it would get me hurt the algorithm as such. But basically, if you get caught away from football on a Friday night with no football, you pretty much will get a street caution. Normally, anything under half a gram, anything 0.5 gram, 0.5. At football, anything over 0.01 will get you a nick, and that will get you a football banning order potentially, and then you'll get nicked, criminal record, football banning order. Even if they don't do your football banning order and catch you with drugs, they then inform the club, and the club will ban you, because all football clubs under the EFL and the football triangle and everything else have a zero policy towards drugs. So if you get caught, whichever way, potentially you can get banned. So just be smart and leave it in the toilets. Works, allegedly. Obviously, I don't condone it, but yeah. While we're on the other subject, I just wanted to do a bit of a public service agreement, if you don't mind, Jay. Because us being the channel what we are, we're very forward thinking. We like to save the planet. We like to do our bit for the environmental process. And when you see a club being quite forward thinking in what they do, you sort of want to potentially just give them a little bit of support. So I see that Crystal Palace, as you can see up on the screen now, Crystal Palace encourages supporters to cycle to the stadium where possible. They have bicycle storage available there. It's free on request and whatnot. So we like the Lime bike here. Seems like maybe it's a good idea to potentially cycle to the ground on a Lime bike. Nice and handy for when you come back out. To be honest, I don't think the police or Crystal Palace would fucking like you at all to ride a Lime bike. But could you imagine how fucking fun it would be if 4,000 Millwall fans turn up on Lime bikes?
So I reckon, Braveheart, wouldn't it?
You know what? What I reckon would be so funny. What I reckon, right, is that we're probably being watched because we're live and we're the night before. I think we're probably being watched by various different people, right? Wouldn't it be so funny if there is not a Lime bike or hire bike of any shape anywhere you see? So if you do see bikes tomorrow, take a picture, just post them and just sit there and go, I found my mode of transport.
That's probably how the Palace Ultras get to the game, though.
Do you remember that video? Sorry, going off before we get back onto. Do you remember that video of the transfer day when the Ultras come round the corner with the big banner saying "Sky fuck football"?
Brief, vaguely, yeah.
Well, all over the daytime, that was all going across different platforms and everything else. And there was a load of Millwall fans who started getting in, going, "Oh, if you lot are turning up, then we're going to turn up. We're going to end up and we'll have it and all that." And then all the Ultras come round with their thunder claps and their thunder bangs and all this sort of stuff and their bangers. And all the other Crystal Palace fans thought they were Millwall. And they there was like a camera of loads of fans. And then literally that happened. And all the fans just suddenly fucking disappeared, thinking that it was us. And none of us decided to bother. So, it's all done. It's all good fun. So, I agree with you, Jay. I like the FA Cup. Let's get on to some stats then. This is the 8th FA Cup game we played against Palace. The Eagles have only progressed 3 times out of those 8 times. Obviously, the last time they'd done that was 21-22. And previously, they'd done it in 28, 29, 75, 76, the year I was born. We've done it 21-22, 50-51, 56-57, and 84 and 85. And obviously 85 was when we went to Luton and took our chairs home, which was that was good. You know,
Oh,
take your chair
yeah.
home. That was good. So yeah. So I'm feeling quite optimistic about tomorrow. To be fair, it's a good old-fashioned away day, and yeah, I think we could upset the apple cart to a degree. What do you reckon?
Yes, so look, I'm a realist. I understand like league position and that. And if you think I'm going to sit here and say that we're going to go there and win tomorrow, you'd be absolutely fucking right. We are going to absolutely go to Selhurst Park and turn them over, I reckon. Nah, look, the pressure's off Millwall, right? This is no pressure for Millwall. We're going on an away day. Palace are in the form of their life at the moment. They're playing really good football. They've got some good players. But we're also playing really, really well at the moment. You know, we're unbeaten in 8-9 games at the moment. We've travelled well in the FA Cup recently, a good win out against Leeds. And it's a break from the Championship. The Championship's so much harder than the Premier League. It's Tuesday, Saturday. This is probably the first week break we've had. Alex Neil has said it's, you know, he's gutted that the only week breaks we get are in between FA Cup games, which is good because he's been able to focus on the Cup. Look, 4,000 Millwall fans are going there in the FA Cup game on a Saturday away at Palace. Is, you know, we'll be a 12th man as much as Palace will be for them. And, you know, in a derby day, form and leagues and all that goes out the window because we've proven we can do it before. We turned Everton over, we've turned Leicester over, Watford over. We ain't going to be no mugs tomorrow, and it'll be a good game all round.
No, that's it. Yeah, the Palace fan. Where is it? Sam Feasy. We will do the score predictions later on, fellas. So yeah, those of you who are getting involved, don't put them in yet. We will get to them later on, or you're going to have to double yourself up. So yeah, the cat says, who's obviously a Palace fan because he's just put 4-0 Palace in there. He says, we're in the best form of the season. You are, and I suppose realistically, there's no risk of relegation for you. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, how are you approaching this? Because you, as far as I know, not long ago, this week you looked as if you hadn't actually sold out your stadium. And yeah, I listen. I think personally, it's going to be one of those games where fucking Esse will score in the 95th minute, and it'll be a 1-0 win. You know, it's just got it written all over it. Or we go out and Palace don't turn up again. You know, it's I don't know.
Look, they only sold out today. The game's tomorrow. You know, we're going to be there in our droves, and you know, the crowd noise for us will be electric. It's a small ground. It's close to the pitch. It's, you know, we're on the sideline as well, so there's support up and down the pitch, not just in one corner. Been Palace away a few times, and it's a really good atmosphere when we go. And we actually fare well going to Palace. They're always tight games. So yeah, I'm not worried about Palace's form or anything like that. Like I said, comments like that just say that the pressure is on them because we don't care what your form is. We don't care what our form is. We're the away team playing a Premier League team in a chance to get to the FA Cup quarter final. If we lose, so what?
Oh, that's it. I mean, again, the cat. Sorry, genuine question. Will you guys boo? Beginning of the game, end of the game, we're giving him a round of applause. We're clapping him and all that. But during the game, it's our job to rattle him. So we will give him absolutely dog shit abuse. But outside of the 90 minutes, he is one of our own. He's earned us a lot of money, and you know, he come for our academy. So you know, we will, you know, probably clap him and whatnot. But at the end of the day, through the 90 minutes, no, he will get dog shit abuse. And also, if Ben Chigwell's playing, last time he was played at our ground when we played Leicester, and we ruined him so much that he wouldn't take another throw-in. He basically was scared to take throw-ins. So yeah, my personal opinion, I don't think we'll boo Esse during the game, before the game, after the game. But I think it's just right that throughout the game, we will get on him. Because we know that if it rattles him and he's not the player what we know he is, then it gives us an advantage. I think that's fair, don't you, Jay?
I absolutely agree. And we've done that for players that have never even played for Millwall. I remember Gary Cahill, when he come down and played against us, I think he was back at Bolton or another club, and he got absolute dog shit abuse for 90 minutes. But at the end of the game, you know, we give him a clap because we respect his services to football and what he did for England. And Romain would be no different. Jed Wallace gets absolute hounders for 90 minutes when he was at West Brom. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he
He'll
wants it.
play off of it. He'll put, he'll play on it, but we play on it, and we wouldn't be doing our job as fans if we didn't treat them as the enemy. They are the enemy. If you play against us, you are the enemy. No one likes us. Is our anthem for a reason, and Romain will feel that, but he'll also feel the love because, like I said, he's helped this club more not being in than he ever will be in here. So he'll get his props. He'll get his props,
100%.
and he'll deserve it as well.
The cat says not ready to hear Millwall all game. No, the monk chart will be there and will be solid. We're a straightforward bunch, mate. We have about 5 chants and that's it. We don't wear all black to football. We don't make loads of banners. We don't think that we're European ultras.
There's no colours, no flags, no fucking pop-up balloons.
And we don't ask for escorts to our own ground either. Kevin Lott will come back for that. It's already started. Look, Judas Esse. I don't think it's Judas. I think he's just listen. It's the most money we've ever hit. So
listen, I don't care about Romain Esse anymore either.
I have to read what Kevin says. So Kevin Millwall Brook says, "Hit the like button, you wankers, even you Palace." So on to
finalise, to finish up on Romain. Look, I don't feel any sort of way against him. I really don't. And the bottom line is, he isn't a Millwall player anymore. I don't care about Romain Esse anymore. I thank him for his service, and off he goes. People need to remember he only gave us really 6 months of service. He did nothing for the football club before, and he's done more for the football club not being here. So I don't feel any sort of way about him, and he's not a Millwall player anymore. So that will soon die very, very quickly. He'll get his little clap and his hello, and then that'll be it. He'll be the enemy.
Mate, don't read the fucking Sun. Don't believe the Sun. Don't believe the media. We're
Family Club of the Year 3 years in a row. We was
fucking racist. We're not racist club. It will get dog shit abuse, but it won't be racist. Fucking hell. We're not that bad. So it depends what team they put out. Respected, to be fair. Knowing Millwall, no, it won't be knowing Millwall, mate.
You don't know Millwall, then, so I'm afraid.
You sit there. This is where it gets me, right. And again, I understand we're probably going to go into a bit of education to a level, right. Millwall has voted black players fucking player of the season more times than anything else. Muslim players as well. We were one of the first teams to have black players playing in our team in the 70s. And we've got a hell of a lot of black players in our team. And they all get treated with
multiple
respect.
Family Club of the Year winner.
100%. It's, if you listen to what the media says of you, then it's a bit like us.
And it's only the day trippers, Mick, the people that don't care if they get banning orders. It's not actual Millwall fans.
We've got everyone's got everyone, mate. Do you know what I mean? But racism, I don't think is.
If you're one of us, we've got your back. Problem. It's as simple as that.
It's like us saying, Sammy, you're a Nigel with big thick glasses and you like playing with crayons and stuff. There's a certain bunch of your lot would do it, and yet you get the reputation for all of you. So, he paid for half our team. He did pay for half our team. So, really. Now that's it. You see, Sam says, I don't think Esse will start. Interesting.
Well, I read the interview with Glasner, and I really like for the record, I really like the Crystal Palace manager. I think he's someone who would do really well at Millwall. I think he's that type of bloke. And he did say, they mentioned about Romain and coming back to, play against Millwall. He understands that it's a big game for him personally, but he's got a job to do, which I totally respect. And he understands that, and he will play him and give him minutes if the game sees fit to give him minutes. So I don't expect him to be a focal point for their team tomorrow. Palace will look at this game, right? If you look at the 16 teams left in the FA Cup, including us and them, Palace will probably view the FA Cup as a competition they could probably go and win, or at least get to the final in. So they're under no illusions are they going to take it lightly and rest players and things like that. So they will go after it.
There's 4 Premiership ties, isn't there?
That's what I'm saying. They'll believe they can win it. Like you said, they ain't going down. They ain't going down. The cat, I don't care if you don't like him, we like him, and you ain't having him, so fuck off, really. But only joking, all love it. No, but I like Glasner. I think he's done good for a club like Palace who've been that hovering over relegation, and they're starting to pull away, and they've got some good players. So I'm not giving them too many props because I can't fucking stand them.
That's it. I think Roberts will be in goal tomorrow. LeBron, the line.
He'll play tomorrow. He will.
Next time you come to us, mate, if we come up or you come down, next time you come, you'll get the lower tier, no doubt, because we got new people at the top now, and they're a lot more
Open
forward
to that.
thinking. So yeah,
Yeah.
so that's it. Yeah, Daily Mirror says Esse's been at the club since he was 9 years old. Palace only sold out due today. I'll tell you, I'm really interested in going to Palace because I think they're the only club in the country whose club shop is a Sainsbury's.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's right on top of it. It's yeah, and they still got their shitty scaffolding. You go through their shitty little gate in their away end, and the concourse is about the size of an alley, a little nonce alley, which they're all used to. And it's a proper shit experience for. It's a proper shit. It's like Luton. It's proper crap, innit? But it's what makes away days. I love going to shit stadiums on away days. It's proper football fan environment, isn't it?
No, that's it. BW, RBW will. What? No, he hasn't. He'll be playing tomorrow.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, he'll be playing tomorrow. So yeah, SA own goal would be great. We are the winners selling SA. If you look at what we brought in after him, 100%. Ian Wright is a Millwall fan. That's true. Paul Birch, a Villa player, was the best dog's abuse. He cried before asking him to tap him off.
Paul Birch.
Trevor Lee and Phil. Who the fuck is Phil Parker? I mean, who? It's not Phil Parker.
Trevor Lee and Phil Parker. What's he referencing?
Phil Parker, is it? No, he's on about the two. It's Trevor Lee and Phil. It's not Phil Parker.
Phil Parker.
I went to his funeral as well. I can't think. It's not Phil.
Oh, Phil Parker's.
It's not Phil Parker, is it? It is Phil, but it's not Parker. I can't think of it now. Cheese rolls. Being a Millwall fan, where are we? Being a Millwall fan, I'm not saying all Millwall, but I think there's a couple of Millwall fans that would do that.
Yeah, I think he means Phil. He means Phil Walker, doesn't he? I think
that's it. Phil Walker. That's it. Yeah. Wall Line says any Palace fan can ask Richard Shaw about us. Yeah, and Richard Shaw was the man who got fouled by Cantona, and Cantona got the red card, and then Kung Fu kicked the Palace fan.
Yeah, good enough. I hope he gave him some damage.
But
yeah, let's get on to matters at hand. Otherwise, the cat's just going to keep coming in and out. Look,
that's it.
Yeah, I don't love Palace.
No, that's it. South Burns is fucking hell. He's going, isn't he? So yeah. So then, Jay.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Palace have obviously progressed from each of their last 3 FA Cup 5th round matches. So 2015, 2018. And 2021, which was against us, last being eliminated at this stage in 2014-15 by Liverpool. I agree with you. I think they probably look at this as their best opportunity to potentially get a trip to Wembley. But will that make them complacent? Will they look at our past games and think, are okay, we should be able to do them, when pretty much we're going to be playing completely different to how we played last weekend? Different keeper, different players potentially.
Maybe. I mean, I think they wouldn't have a lot of scouting done. They played midweek. They had a really good result against Villa, so they played on Wednesday night. I want to say I might be wrong, but they played midweek, so they would have focused a lot on that. They would have only had the back end of the week to focus on us, whereas we've had the whole week. Call it an advantage if you want. It probably isn't. They've got a big squad, but like I say, they're sitting 12th in the league at the moment. They're staying up. They're like 20 points clear of the bottom 3. So they're probably not going to go anywhere higher. This is their best chance. We've only a couple of Premier League teams left in it. The rest of them are Championship and so on and so forth. So I don't think they will underestimate it, and I think they will put out a very, very strong side. Fatigue will be the best indicator of that, because I do think, like you said and like I said before, they'll probably think that they can win this. So depending on what happened and how they come out of Wednesday, they'll probably have Thursday off back in yesterday. Yeah, I think fatigue will see their changes, not an eye on the Premiership, because I think they are where they are now, and that will be it.
Do you know Millwall have won their last 3 away matches in the FA Cup without conceding?
It's good. I'm going to Ellen Road. I mean, they rested a lot of players, Leeds. They probably want that one back, to be honest. But it was you can look at what teams you're playing against do and rest players, but you got to give the credit to us. We were very, very good, very good, and we've dealt with this competition with the utmost of respect and professionalism, even in the teams that we played that are below us that normally calls us banana skins, Dagenham at Redbridge being one of them, and we put them to bed. Alex Neil has said we're not going to be scared. We're going to attack as we normally would. We'll approach the game as a normal game, and I think that's the best way to look at it. I think Palace counter very well, but if we sit back, Palace will beat us. Let's not be under no illusions of the quality difference. But yeah, I'm excited for it tomorrow. I think it's going to be really good, and I think a lot of these Palace players and the manager will be hit a little bit different tomorrow with the atmosphere and the style of play that we're going to bring. Is something that many of them wouldn't have seen before.
No, I totally agree. I mean, the downside is obviously VAR is going to be involved. Michael Oliver is going to be involved, and also the new semi-automatic offside, which was weird because I was listening to the radio this morning. They were talking about it, and it's basically 30 iPhones, what basically situated throughout the ground as such, what get so many different touch points, and then potentially it gives a lot more touch points than the one they used in the World Cup, can give like 10,000 touch points and whatnot. But it's still not foolproof. If the ball's too close to the chest, or it's too close to a leg or whatnot, then it might not necessarily do it. But I mean, is it going to affect us not having VAR ever before? Because the biggest thing is, if we score, we're going to go mental, and then it's going to be like 5 minutes later we suddenly find out that actually it weren't a goal.
Well, we ain't used to it for a start, which is fair. But Jake Cooper should be relishing it tomorrow, because he gets fouled every single time he goes up for a corner or a set piece. So he will be, he will probably enjoy that. Tanganga has spoke about it, saying, you've probably got to be a little bit careful with some of the things he does in games. He gets away with. He likes a little pull. He likes a little step on the toes. He's got to be careful. So I'm glad they're aware of it. But yeah, I don't like VAR. I'm not looking forward to it. For that point of view, that fans can't celebrate unless it's completely clear cut. You can't celebrate. It's going to be shit in that sense. And Oliver is one of them refs that likes to announce himself on the stage. He likes to be centre of attention. And with two teams like Millwall and Palace that are quite loud, he might feel a little bit like he's being upped a little bit. So yeah, I'm expecting VAR to be quite controversial tomorrow, to be honest, especially because we've never had to deal with it before.
No, that's it, Tony. The answer to your question, mate, is Kramer, Connolly, and Baker are the three players what are cup tied. So yeah, they will be out. But again, to be honest, even with them out, I don't really see it as a major disappointment, because I think there's a lot of other players there what will be able to come on form.
Yeah, no, there is. And there's a couple of players there that have, when they've had to step in, they've played very well. Wes Harding has played very, very well. I like Wes Harding tomorrow. I like the matchup he's got tomorrow. He's quite physical, he's strong, and he's deceivingly fast as well. So I do like him there. The question is on, probably the only question for the starting 11 is, how fit is Joe Bryan? Is he going to play? I think Zach Sturge would probably be better for Palace because of the pace they have out on the wings, and I think Sturge is a bit more physical and he's a bit quicker. But if Brian's fit, it's a plus. And then I think we'll come on to the team that we think in a moment. But yeah, look, it's we're not losing too many players. We're quite a fit squad at the moment now. Everyone's coming back, so it's good to be able to mix it up, and it'll show Palace, we'll give them problems because they're not going to know the lineup for a start. They haven't had a lot of time to plan for it. So it's and we have, and Neil did his own work. He was at the Villa game. Probably didn't like what he saw too much because they played very, very well. But it's good that we've had a full week to prepare for this game and get people fit, because it is Tuesday, Saturday. The Championship is so hard. There's so many games. And it's really, really difficult. So, we're going to cause Palace some problems, but be under no illusion. We did last time. They had Esse, they had some big players last time. And if you look at our team, there's going around on the internet, but if you look at the team we played in the last game against Palace, in that game at the Den, is really, really, really bad. Creamy. really, really bad. Yeah, he did. We do know that. Obviously, we know that.
Yes, Damo won 1168.
They use it in the
Yes.
playoffs, though, Mickey, don't they? They used VAR in the Championship playoffs.
Yeah, but
It's
we've
in the
not got-
playoffs, but we've not been there yet.
it's
In
the first
terms of
time
being in
ever.
the Championship, yeah.
Yeah, it's in his question. It's the first time ever we've had VAR.
Yeah, no, it is. And
we're not being kept in your ground because they deem it as a safety risk. So because of your concourse size, so we won't be kept in the ground. We're being kept outside the stadium. So
the roads are going to be blocked off, I think.
Yeah, good luck trying to keep 4,000 Millwall fans kettled.
Yeah,
could be interesting. So loads of Palace fans in tonight. So
there is, isn't there? You know,
yes, there is, yeah.
And all that.
So Jay, team then. What team do you think we're gonna put out tomorrow? What formation? What's what? So
he's not going to tinker with a three at the back tomorrow. He's tried that in the last few away games. We haven't played very well in our last few away games, other than Leeds. So I think he will, having a full week, he would have drummed in the basics. We'll go back to a 4 at the back, a 4-2-3-1. I think it will be. Do you want me to give the team?
Yeah, go on, why not? I mean,
I think Roberts will be in goal.
If you want to put your teams,
I think the team's in, guys.
put your teams in if you want to do it,
and all that.
Even your Palace guys, so yeah.
Yeah, and all that. I think it'll be Roberts will be in goal, which I think the game will suit Roberts more than Jensen tomorrow. I think he's a bit nasty, Roberts. This is the type of game he would be good for, where it's loud and he's a bit of a commander of his box. I think Roberts will be in goal. Harding and Brian, I think, start in the fullbacks. Tanganga and Cooper at the back. I think Billy Mitchell starts. I think Billy Mitchell starts in the middle for his legs. He'll want to stick him on Walton. Adam Walton's a brilliant football player. And I think Billy's job will be to just try and sit on him, stop making him play or giving him time. And Casper, the wide positions are where I think it gets a bit different, because I think Marku's got a real good case to start for his pace to get us up the field to relieve the pressure. But I think Aziz, I'm going to do it. Aziz, Negley in the 10 and a Marku out wide. And I think he starts Coburn up front. I think the Serb needs a proper break, a solid break. He's been our only fit striker since January. So I think Coburn's probably done enough to get a start with his physical presence up against Gay. And then he'll change it and he'll bring the Serb on if needed. But I still think that's a really, really good team.
I think it's not a bad team there at all, mate. Kevin's come up with the same. Said Roberts, Banger. Who? Banger.
I think he means Bangura Williams with Amarku.
Oh, yeah. Amarku up front. With the Serb, we need 2 up front. For sure. Yeah, no, I think it is. Mate, really, Dwan, that just shows me your age group. You will never in a million years come anywhere near to the hatred of West Ham. And if I'm honest,
Palace are in Surrey.
Listen, right, at the end of the day, right, those of you Millwall who are in the chat, just put in there, do you even class Palace as a rival? Because I think you lot class us as your rival, but we don't actually class you as a rival. I would say my top 3, Palace don't even get in it. I would go 100%. West Ham, Leeds, Spurs. I wouldn't class Palace at all as a rival.
Let's be honest. Over the last decade, Bradford have been a bigger rival than Crystal Palace. You look at our time in League One, rivaling it with Bradford in them playoff matches. They were nasty that playoff final. You know, Charlton as well. Like, I ain't worried. I'm not worried about it. Palace are just there because geographically they've never really been a rival other than geographical. West Ham is deep hatred. Leeds United it's deep hatred. Palace are. Yeah, I mean, not being funny. Their rivals are Brighton, and it's probably one of the most pathetic rivals in football. Palace and Brighton. It wouldn't even make a top 10 for me. Yeah,
they spoke about that last night on Talk Sport. It was like, how, the M23 derby. How the fuck can it be?
Moody derby. But oh well, each their own, innit? That's their derby. They're obviously more seeing it as a derby or a rivalry with us than we are of them. All their posts on socials are all about us. We're just seeing it as a game against a Premier League club where we think we've got a chance to go and nick it.
Yeah.
So, and that's all we're going to treat it as.
No, that's it. I totally agree with you. I think it's just going to be a good. I think it's going to be a good away day more than anything else. So yeah, Wall line. My team's a 4-3-3. Roberts, Harding, Tango, Jake, Brian, Denor, Mitchell, Honeyman, Negley,
Honeyman,
Ivanovic,
yeah.
and Azar. Yeah, well, I can understand why he wants Honeyman, because
I can
when
understand
Honeyman's
Honeyman.
in, he does let Negley do a lot more, doesn't he? So yeah.
No, I do agree. I mean, the dog, yeah, I do hate Palace. Of course, I hate Palace. Of course, I do. And it ain't a normal game. It's an FA Cup game against a Premier League team. Does that make you a rival? I hate every team that isn't Millwall. You're no different. Unfortunately, you might, you know, if that gets all in your feelings.
Not really, because realistically, it don't.
It's triggered us, but you're here on a Millwall podcast on a Friday night. What are you doing with your life if that's what you chose to do tonight?
It's bedtime. He's only 14.
Yeah. Get your amount of rub your pseudo cream on your face for tomorrow, and we'll see you.
No, they're a nauseating Nigel. Peckham says, "Look, we laugh at Palace fans just like the Charlton fans. Not a rival, not even close. No, Brian, Palace are not even in our top 5. It's a rivalry, not a derby. The scum."
Yeah, I'd call it a bare rivalry. A rivalry just because we're playing.
I
We don't
wouldn't
think
even
about
call it a
like
rivalry.
No, exactly. But yeah,
whereas
I agree with a lot of these
Charlton-
teams. I think Cundle will get a rest, though. I don't think it's a game for Cundle.
No, I think you're probably right there. I think we'll start with Bangle Williams, hoping score, and then bring on a Marku, frighten the hell out of the Palace.
Yeah,
I think we really can score problems with them, like causing problems.
Well, what are you going with, Mickey? What do you think then?
Well, see, I was asked this last night on when I went on thingy, and I think it's probably I would go 2-1 Millwall, but like if I went heart and head, I'd go 2-1 Millwall, but I can honestly see it being Esse late goal, fucking just puts us out. It's just got it written all over it.
I'd be shocked if it was a trouncing. I don't think if we get beat, we don't get beat. We give a good account of ourselves, but yeah. So what would your team be then?
Pretty similar to yours, but I mean, I'll definitely have Roberts in goal. Tango, Cooper. I'd have Harding. Who else would I have in there? Who else would I have in there? Actually, it's there. Midfield. I'd have Danny. And
Danny?
not Danny. Sorry, fucking Billy.
You could argue Sav for Billy though, because of the aggression and and it's a game that
I just don't think. I agree with what you're saying, but I think I just don't think he's got the legs against Palace. I think Palace will come in, and I think I would probably go Billy. Maybe bring, if it's back to the walls and we need to go for it, 30 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, then I'll bring Savile on. I'll put Nagley there as well, or Casper, and then Esse. Not Esse, fucking hell. Femi, and I'd have the Serb. I don't know who I'd have up with the Serb though.
Well, you go 4-4-2.
Yeah, I'll probably go 4-4, but only because they can change it in mid-game. You can go to the 4-3-3, whatever it is.
Well, and have Serb and Coburn up top.
I mean, I don't even know if Langstaff's back yet.
Langstaff wouldn't play over them two, though, would he?
I don't think he will. Those two. I don't know.
Even if he's back, though, I mean, he's not going to be game ready, is he, to play? He's probably going to be due a couple of under-21 games before he played for a while, and he hasn't played for under-21s this week. So I don't think
he's only watching us tonight because his mum's at bingo.
Oh, right, and the neighbours babysitting him.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a case for a couple of players. Honeyman is a good shout because of his tenacity. He can hustle players. He can get around them a bit like Jimmy Abdu could. But Alex Neil, from his own comments, out of his own mouth, he wants to attack the game some more. And I think you need players with legs. I think you need players with movement.
It doesn't mean that we're going to go all out attack.
Oh, we're not going gung ho, but I just mean in terms of the personnel.
Yeah, I've
In
seen
terms of
loads
the
of social.
personnel, defensive players, I don't think it'd be Saville, Honeyman, and them type of players. It will be players that can get on the ball and do the best of both worlds, which someone like Billy could, Casper can, Femi can get up and down, Imaku with his pace, and Coburn for his physical presence. I think we'll see a bit of I don't think we'll see too many changes away from the way that we've been playing.
No.
I just think a couple of players will get a rest. I think Ivanovic is due one. He has to have a rest. Unless the game's there, last 20 or so, and you can see the game's not out of sight, then bring him on. Bangura Williams as well is another one. As Dan says, is if you play Ivanovic, I think you've got to play RBW to because he's got that connection with him. But it's a good problem to have that we can't really predict the team that we'll go with because people are healthy, people are playing well. We've got competition for places, and this is a game where there's no pressure. So he can do what he wants tomorrow, Alex Neil. It's not going to affect the outcome of anything. We've got a bigger game Tuesday as well in the league that we have to quickly turn our attention to. So as long as we come out of this unscathed and we give a good account of ourselves.
No, that's it. Jack Pendercast has said back 4 or back 5.
It'd be a variation of the two, I think.
What, back 4.5?
No, I mean, in terms of, we'll set up with the type of players like you saw with Femi, that in attacking situations, it'd be predominantly a 4-3-3. And then in defensive situations, we'll convert to a back 5, like a 5-2-3, for instance. And I think that's where Femi will be key to that, and Imaku, in a sense, because although they won't be specifically there to defend, they will form a back 5, and their pace to get us up the field will help with that. So that's what I think. And you've got Casper who can fill in as well. So I think we'll have a variation of a mixture of formations tomorrow, which is what Neil likes to do as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've heard the same, but Brian's good to go for tomorrow, whether or not he plays the whole game or not. Dan Riggs says we need generals in centre mid tomorrow. I think we will.
Yeah, I agree. That's where it's going to be won and lost.
Hopefully, don't go to pens. No. Do you think they're more worried about us than we are about them? Yes. I think yes. I think the problem is that realistically, if you look at it on another point of view, they are a Premiership team who in midweek spanked a Premiership team 4-0. We are, little old Millwall. And if we beat them, then they've got to obviously deal with that. And the headlines and everything else it's all going to be, that we scalped them or whatever it is, whatever they do, that we beat them. It's going to be a lot worse for them if we beat them than us. If they beat us, it's just like, oh, well, to me, Premiership team, realistically, if you don't beat us, there's a problem. So, realistically, we're going there tomorrow expecting that you probably will beat us to a degree, but we live on that little chance that maybe you won't.
No,
maybe
I agree.
we will upset the apple cart. Maybe we'll get to, take it to you and go from there.
Yeah, I agree. The pressure's absolutely off. And as you said, if we lose, it's as expected. And if they lose, it's considered a giant killing. They're 12th in the Premier League and we're mid-table in the Championship. They've got everything to lose. And losing to apparently the rivals, as they like to call it, or the derby, as they seem to, for some reason, think it is, then that'll be even bitter, especially being at home as well. So if we lose, it is what it is. No Millwall fan, I don't think, is expected to go there and do Palace over. We want to, and we're hopeful of it, but guns to our head, no one's going to pick us to win in that situation. I think we're more than capable of doing it, and I think we can do it, and I hope we do it. But the conversation won't be frontline news if Millwall lose that game tomorrow. It will be if Palace do.
Yeah, 100%. Right, get your predictions in then for tomorrow's game. And obviously it's Palace versus Millwall, so try and keep them in that order. And let us know what you think your predictions are going to be for tomorrow. Get them in now and see what we do. But no, I think the joy of the FA Cup over the last couple of years is sort of coming back. I mean, I miss all the FA Cups where you used to on a Saturday used to watch them get, to their clubs, get, in their coaches, and the coaches come down to the Wembley and everything else. I still don't agree with the FA trying to take, as much money back as they can for the cost of Wembley by having the semis at Wembley. I think it takes away the joy of the final. I think we should be playing at neutral grounds, like Villas, Man United, etc., rather than just semis at Wembley, final at Wembley. I think it just takes a little bit of the magic away. But then again, hey ho, that's what you get for getting Sky involved. 5:15 kickoffs and all that. To me, FA Cup final and whatnot should be 3 o'clock. None of this 12:15 games. And the problem is, because we're doing okay now, we're going to get more of those 12:15s because we're not right up there, because we're not playing the big teams as such. And obviously on Saturdays, they don't want them at 3 o'clock because they can't put them on the telly. So, we're going to end up getting the 12:15 kickoffs, purely so they can put it on the telly. So it's a bit of a pisser. We've already got Burnley as well. So, we'll see. Let's get through some of these, shall we? Peter Sullivan says 3-1 Millwall. Daily Mills says 1-1 Wall on penalties. Jack Pentecost says 1-0 Wall. Kevin Millbrook says 1-0 Wall. Serb gets the winner. Big Tasty says 3-0 to Palace. Peckham says, I think we'll take them on penalty. Chris says 2-2 lose on penalties. Phil Inns says 1-0. Is that 1-0 Palace, Phil? Or 1-0 Millwall? Damo 1168 4-1 to Palace. Chris says 1-0 Millwall. Brian Rose says 1-0 Millwall. Stephen Jeffrey says 2-1 Millwall. Nagley to open the count with match winner. Gaz Line says 1-0 to Millwall. Millwall last minute. That would make it so sweet. A last minute from us. 2-1 Wall, especially if they're starting to prepare to go to penalties. And then literally the last kick of the ball, we get Cooper with a header in or something. Do you know what I mean? That would be superb. So, yeah. John's going for 3-1 to Palace. 1-0 we'll win on pens with Roberts saving them all. Do you know what? I'd have a lot more confidence with Roberts in goal if we did go to penalties than I would with Jensen. No disrespect to Jensen. I think he's a great keeper, but I just think that Roberts just has taken the FA Cup by storm. We scored 5 goals, 2 clean sheets. So, yeah, I think he'll be right. If we win, Sunderland away gets postponed. Yeah.
Yeah.
The FA tomorrow will do anything they can to make sure we're not another step further in the Cup. More Palace on here than their home end. Yeah, that's quite a good take. What would you prefer, Millwall going to Wembley or the playoffs? Wembley. I don't want to go playoffs this year.
I'm taking the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I'd say Wembley.
Yeah. No,
I'd say Wembley. FA Cup final at Wembley. Come on, we deserve an FA Cup final at Wembley.
At Wembley, but then I've been to finals at Wembley. I've been to Cardiff for the final. I've been to Wembley for many finals. I just think I don't know. I love the affiliation with the FA Cup. I love the FA Cup. But if you can offer me all chance in the playoffs, I would take it. I would take it. I just would.
Do you know what? I forgot about that, actually. Thank you, Daily Millwall. Oliver was
when we beat Everton. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
There you go. There you go. There's a bet for you.
I'll take that. I'm going to take that bet.
1-0 Millwall, Tanganga to score 750 to 1 on Sky Bet.
Like a tenner on that.
If I did, mate, I would stick a tenner on that. Can you imagine that? If that fucking come in, that'd be good, mate. And even if you put more than 2 yellows, I wonder what you can get that. You could get that out quite heavy. To be fair. So yeah, we'll sit there and do. So yeah, that's it. I'm a greedy kid. Payoff and the cup final. No, I totally agree with you. There we go. Grandad always said one day Mill will win the cup. Come on, boys. I think it's it. Jay, what else you want to say? Because I know you've got to run off, fella.
I think Neil Harris will come from the crowd and score a header and all that. You know?
That's your mate again, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that. And all that. Yeah, no. Fuck it. I think Mill are going to win the game. I just do. I just do. I think it'd be 2-0. I think we'll win 2-0, and I think Palace will huff and puff, and that'll be it. and I think Coburn gets both. I'll just fuck it. Look, anyway, if we predict we're going to lose, then I'm sorry, I'm not having it. There's going to be 4,000 of us in that stand. It's going to be class. It's going to be absolutely class. We can go and win that game tomorrow. Shoot me down, crop it, whatever you want. We can go and win that game tomorrow.
It's out on the pitch tomorrow. Put in the comments if those of you, if you're going, just write ticket. If you're going to Millwall tomorrow, mate, just let us know which ones of you lot are going. If you see us tomorrow, come and say hello. I might even take something with me. So if you do come and see us, then I might have something on. Maybe the first person who comes and sees me, I'll give you a mug. But then again, you've got to take the mug into the ground, so maybe not. But yeah, come and see us anyway, and I can always get something posted out to you. So yeah, but I agree. I think Millwall 2-1, or it'll be the other way round it. So yeah, one way or another.
Got to back ourselves, mate, given the scenario at hand, and I just. Look, and as Ryan says again, I think he knows Millwall better than a lot of Millwall fans. Look, we play.
Is he a Palace fan?
No, he's a Luton fan.
Is he?
But we play really, really good against. We're pride on being the underdog. We did it against Everton. We did it against Leicester. Did it against Watford. We play really, really well as the underdog, and we are the underdog. So I ain't. I'm full of it tomorrow. I think we'll be fine. You can't stop Mateta and Eze. Okay, then.
I honestly think we can, and you'll be surprised. We've tied up a lot of Premiership level players with some of our players, Cooper and people like that. I mean, Tango is a realistically a Premiership player. So I think you're underestimating us if you think that us coming and you're literally just going to walk all over us. I think you are pretty much underestimating. And to be fair, that is how we like it. That is how we want you to be. We want you to underestimate us and go, because when we do show up and we do have that lion heart and that underdog mentality, anything's possible, especially with Millwall. If it was this time last year, Neil Harris, I don't know if I'd have the same confidence going into this game as I would.
Do you know what I would
at the moment?
I would have the exact same confidence, because while I think we've got a much better team to do it, I think Neil Harris would just have we'd win that game on sheer willpower alone with Harris. Not with Bradshaw, no. I mean, no. If you give the team now to Neil Harris, I still think we win the game with Neil Harris in charge. With the players now, I do, because Harris gets that. He gets that fixture. He'd be the most prominent figure in that ground who gets that fixture. No one else will have got it more than him.
I think Alex Neil probably gets that fixture, to be fair.
I think he gets them type of fixtures.
He gets us.
Yeah, he does. He gets them type of fixtures, 100%. 100%. But that's why I'm not worried. That's why I think we'll do well tomorrow, and I think we would have done with Harris. I just think it's written in the stars, isn't it, tomorrow, for Palace to get knocked out by a lower league club who's seen to be a rival. Every FA Cup needs to have that type of story in it. Ain't seen it yet, I don't think. So, let's get after it. And Monty, go and get your chocolate milk. Get yourself in bed, because you've got to tape the game tomorrow. You're not allowed to watch it in case you hear some swear words. And we'll see you on the next live, mate.
I can just see on social that little Charlie in the Millwall play, the Northern. I think his mum's account in it, Northern Bird. He's got a ticket for tomorrow, mate. It looks like him and his mum are going tomorrow, mate, to Millwall. All I'd say is just, keep yourself safe. It's a lively game, mate, for a young lad to be at. So, just keep yourself safe tomorrow. Whether or not, I don't know if you listen to this or not, but that little kid who goes around, he went running around the pitch and all that. He does loads.
Yeah, that's it.
Charlie's Millwall page, if you want to follow him on Twitter, he's a good lad. Go give him a follow, but just keep your wits about you tomorrow, because it's going to be lively. Trust me. I don't know if I'll be taking my kid to that game. To be fair, it will be lively. So couldn't get a ticket, so driving to Bath tomorrow to watch On the Box with Millwall mates. Nice, that's a commitment for you. Couldn't get there. I'm in Canada. So I'm setting my alarm when we score the winner. You'll hear me all the way back. We could get stuff tomorrow. We could. We might not, though. Make some noise, boys, tomorrow and make Harris through. Don't worry. We will be there. We will make sure that We will be doing loads of content for you, and we'll probably we might even end up doing a live half time if we can get signal or something. But we'll do something after the game. There'll probably be a live post match or something. So yeah, just keep an eye out on our channels, mate. We'll definitely sort something. We'll definitely sort something out. So yeah, stay across our socials tomorrow. We'll be there. Jay, you got to go?
Yeah, it's children and etc. calling, but I will be getting my head down in the not too distant couple of hours, and then I'll be up ready. I'm going to London Bridge tomorrow to meet a pal, and then I'll be heading to South Norwood. So I'll give you a shout, Mickey, as well, and come and see all you boys. And if like Mickey said, if any of you see us, just come and say hello, have a beer and whatever. And let's back the boys tomorrow. Let's back the boys. All get down there.
No, that's it. Completely and utterly agree. That's it from us. We are That Millwall Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and make sure you get involved in the comments. We do reply to you, and we appreciate each and every one. And also, it helps our algorithms. If you are listening to this on a podcast, then please do make sure you press like and make sure that you set the automatic so you get every new episode we do. And please do leave a review. You can pretty much say anything you want. You call Jay names or call, whatever you want. But it does help the algorithm get in front of more and more people. I am debating on which video to play. The problem is that the Palace one is great, but there's a little bit at the end what could get us into trouble if that airs, and it's like you have to sort of borderline get to where it is and go from there. So we're due. There's what was the one made by Venom? Do you remember what video that was? I'm going to play that. I'm going to end on this. Thank you very much. Right. And speak to you soon.
Here we fucking go then, boys. We are back.
No, we're not going to finish with that one. We will finish.
That's a little one.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what I've got. I've got that. That's
Clement. Neglige hoofd.
We'll go with that one.
Oh, giddy up and get away. Oh, we're going Millwall and we're going today. Here we go. Rocking all over the dance.